Mhm.
All right, we're ready to play Luigi's Mansion. Well, I'm not ready. You're ready. 'Cause
I'm ready.
You know how to play this.
The idea is to beat it as fast as possible.
Okay.
Oh wait, the intro
Oh,
is
see,
playing
there's a
again.
face on that tree too. Look at it.
I
And look, there's a little person down in that one.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The tree that was like right over there. Oh, it shows us again anyway.
That's what I was saying.
We could just do it now.
Yeah.
All right, so continuing our 2019 Halloween-themed videos. This is a launch game for the GameCube. And I was just saying how everyone was so disappointed that they weren't getting a Mario game. And then they got this, and they were absolutely fine because it's a really fun game. Not super deep, right? But
No, it's not. I mean, the whole premise is Luigi won a mansion in some lottery that he never entered. He sent a map to get to the mansion. He's supposed to meet Mario there. He gets there. Mario's not there. And then ghost stuff. There's a button. I think it's just the A button.
Mario.
You just call for
He
Mario
calls out.
throughout the entire game.
is there any use to that ever?
No.
Mario. Mario.
It'll basically tell you how scared Luigi is, though, because if he's
Oh, he
if
says
he's
it
saying it
different.
like this,
Mario.
Does his breath get, as he gets into places where there's ghosts, does it get colder and you see his breath more?
Mario.
I wonder if that's something.
I'm pretty sure it's just when the lights are out.
Yeah. Because you know how, like, in Ghost Hunters things, they always talk about, like, oh, the temperature
Yeah.
drops. Or in movies. Like The Exorcist,
So-
which you haven't seen.
I know how to do this game, so I'm just kind of gonna run through it. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
come up here, you do the door, and then you walk back. You hear a ghost laugh. You walk back downstairs, and then there's a ghost with a key in its stomach. Ghost notices you, drops the key, floats back upstairs, and through the door. So naturally, we have to follow it.
Mario.
So every time you open a new door, there's this little cutscene here that I will probably be skipping the remainder.
Oh, 'cause it just shows him grabbing the knob.
And yeah, that's what you want us to do.
Oh, so added information for anybody that's watching this. I don't know if this is going to translate into a higher quality video or not. But, we did the Scooby-Doo one with the component cables going into the Elgato, and it kind of still looks a little fuzzy. It looks great on the TV, but it only looks, kind of looks fuzzy going analog into the Elgato. So we're using an HDMI cable, one of those upscaler cables, which looks pretty good. I mean, you see some texture issues, but you may notice an improvement in quality.
Anyway, so we're kind of lucky that Professor Egad happens to be around here, where this was formerly an empty spot, but now it's a mansion full of ghosts, and Professor Egad is an expert on ghosts.
And this is his first appearance?
Egad?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yeah, I think so too. And clearly, this is a ripoff of Ghostbusters to a certain degree.
To a certain degree.
Right. But, well done.
And you saw in the opening cutscene Egad's little shack that he lives in.
Yep.
His bunker, actually, because his lab is underground, but his little shack is out front of where the mansion now is.
I've been thinking about doing the Ghostbusters because I've got the Wii version, which is more
Right.
cartoony, and they've just re-released a high-resolution version of the Ghostbusters game.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and I mean it looks really good, but the cartoon one is kind of fun too. That's just all. He's just telling you
Yeah,
how
so
everything
these are the
works.
controls. You can either do standard or you can do sidestep.
I've played this. How come I don't remember this scene? Did you just like the layout of the controller? I don't remember looking at that ever.
Most of the time I keep it in standard, but there's probably one point where I will see, the C stick is so slow to change your direction, whereas when you're in standard you can just turn around.
Yeah, and they made the GameCubes eventually so you could connect a Game Boy.
Yes.
No, an Advance.
And then, well, Advance. No, you can do Game Boy games too.
No, but you connect a Game Boy Advance to the system.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but he's on a Game Boy Horror.
Right.
But they didn't make it so you could connect a Game Boy Advance to this, I don't think. I'm going to look through the manual, because that would have been kind of cool.
No, I don't think you can connect the
Right,
Game Boy
they
to
had-
this game at all.
Yeah.
I don't think that happened until not Breath of the Wild, God, because we were just talking about that. Wind Waker came out with the Tingle Tuner and stuff.
Right, and Animal Crossings, which you went to the island. This would have been a perfect game to take advantage of that. Especially considering how you have him on that.
Yeah. So this is just the tutorial. It tells you how to catch ghosts, which I can sometimes not be great at because I just rush things too much. Well, anyway.
Oh, you can turn the brightness up inside the game too. Have you ever viewed the Pikmin movie in the option screen?
Maybe. Oh my goodness. This is just a tutorial so the ghosts don't hurt you, but if you are not fast enough in the regular game, the ghosts will just punch you.
Yeah, weren't you saying that the new ones don't have enough variety in the ghosts? It's like all those kind of ghosts or something?
Yeah, so...
Well, we don't know what the Switch one's going to be like.
I don't know what Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be like. The reason I like the original so much is because... essentially what happened is he had a gallery of ghosts, but all the portrait ghosts escaped. So to get through the story, you have to catch all of the portrait ghosts. But the real plot is that King Boo kidnapped Mario. So you gotta say Mario.
He does have eyes behind those glasses, huh? They're just little black dots, it looks like.
I think so. And Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon, which came out for 3DS.
Yeah.
Also, every time you talk to a Toad, you can save, and he'll turn the lights on in an area. But Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon had you progress through 5, I believe it was, different mansions.
Mm-hmm.
Or not even mansions, just different areas. And the ghosts were all just, different varieties of ghosts. There were greenies, which were like the orange ghosts here. There were slammers, which were the next level up. And then there's hiders. And there were basically only 4 or 5 types of ghosts. and it wasn't as compelling as the original story to me. Was the whole thing. So in this game there are 3 main things. You want to collect all the portrait ghosts, you want to collect all the boos, and you want to collect as much money as possible. Because at the end of the game, you get a ranking based on your the amount of money that you've got.
This is good because I've never finished this game. This is another game where I played through probably 80% of it, and then another game came along, and then I never finished it, which I have a bad habit of. But you finished this a handful of times, right?
I finished this a ton of times.
Cool.
When I was a kid, actually, I used to play this while I listened to the Ghostbusters theme song.
And now they're making a new Ghostbusters movie.
Are they making another one again?
Oh yeah, it's already filmed.
Oh, really?
Mostly, yeah. I think they just said they didn't know. Dan Aykroyd was just on Joe Rogan the other day, and he asked him if Bill Murray was going to be in it, and he was like, "We're hoping so." But then I guess just last week, what's today? The 6th.
Today's
October
the 7th.
7th.
October 7th.
I don't know what day it is. October 7th. So just like last week or a few weeks ago, Bill Murray was spotted having dinner with them, the other guys. So they figure that's a good indication that he's in it. Now this new one, it's like Dan Aykroyd said, they're handing it over to a new generation.
Yeah.
So there's like young kids. Paul Rudd's in it. I didn't even know that.
Paul Rudd's not young kids, though.
No, but I think Paul Rudd's a really good guy to like help carry on the legacy.
Anyway, every time you clear a room, you're either going to get a blue chest, which is going to contain a key, a green chest, which is just going to contain a bunch of money, or occasionally there'll be red chests that have like items in them, or a big chest that also has an item.
Oh, you know what we need to do now that we've done? We'll be doing this. We should do the Nintendo Land one.
Do we not have a video of that already?
Yeah, but we could highlight it again for a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe I should just drop it in the playlist for Halloween stuff.
You can do that.
But I don't think we have it exclusively. Like we've done other things.
I think it was probably on a video of the Mario run. So the idea in the game to catch ghosts faster is that when you light them up and then catch them like this, you have to basically just, about button mashing.
Yeah.
You do the same thing in this game, except you do it with the control stick. You tug it in the opposite direction that the ghost is trying to go.
Yeah, you just pull away.
Yeah. I'm actually just going to stop kind of collecting money. I will show some secrets, though, such as... So secrets to get more money. There are blue ghosts hidden in certain rooms, and there are golden mice hidden in certain areas. See? And the blue ghost kind of just runs away from you.
Yeah. Got a busy room. That's right, they throw banana peels. Jeez.
Yeah, but you can...
You can suck them up too, right?
Yeah. But you have to be fast, because the blue ghost, unlike other ghosts, he won't, like, disappear until you do something with him. But,
he has to eat the banana first, too.
Oh, there we go. Oh, see, if you fail at catching him, which I just did because I slipped on a banana, he just goes away. But the blue ghosts... are full of money. They just drop money.
And you gotta clear a room, right?
Yeah, you gotta clear a room of all the ghosts. The
Right.
blue ghosts don't count towards that
No.
because they're hidden ghosts.
And you only get one chance, essentially,
And
right?
you only get one chance at them.
Didn't we talk about this before with banana peels? Like, has anyone ever really slipped in real life on a banana peel? And is that where it
all
happened?
right, and there's another ghost hidden in here.
And would that really be funny? But now it's like a comical thing?
No, it's not a thing. I think the Mythbusters disproved that.
What, that you could actually slip on a banana
Yeah.
peel? I think you could, on the right floor.
You're more likely to slip on an orange peel, though.
They proved that.
No,
Did they use different
that's
peels?
That's like just a fact.
More oranges are eaten than bananas? It's a fact.
No, that's not. No, I just meant that orange peels are more slippery than banana peels.
I thought you meant they had determined that more orange peels land on the ground than banana peels. So your odds are higher that you would slip on that fruit's peel.
I don't know that that's the case.
I bet if we tried real hard, we could get a government grant and like live off that for 5 years and prove whether that's true or not.
Well, there more oranges are eaten than bananas.
Well, no, and then beyond that.
See, and this is where you're about to first encounter portrait ghosts and whatever. Mm-hmm. So Egad comes up and says, "Hold on, the readings for the spirits up ahead are stronger or whatever. So it must be the escape gallery ghosts." And they don't just show their hearts from, flashing a flashlight at them. They have specific things you have to do to them to...
I can't remember if they released this on the Wii U.
No, they re-released this on the 3DS recently.
The 3DS.
Yep.
Because there were a couple of GameCube games that came out on the Wii U. But they released on the 3DS with higher resolution?
Yeah.
But of course, higher resolution on a tinier screen.
Yeah.
It probably would look great anyway.
Anyway, so the first portrait ghost is... So there are 4 rooms in this hallway. The dad, the mom, the baby, and then the twins. And essentially what's really weird is the way that they make it seem is that every single portrait ghost is part of the same family. Like the Addams family for portrait ghosts, though. Mm-hmm. That's weird. In here is the dad. Yeah. He reads in his rocking chair. Yeah. Over here, the books will fly off the shelves at you. It's a lot easier to let them fly off the shelf at you. And then you just try and suck it up with the vacuum because then it will go away. But if it just keeps getting destroyed like that, then the answer is no, it won't go away. So see how the book's not flying at me anymore? Yeah. Oh, wait, what? I must have destroyed it instead of sucking it up. There we go. That little sound.
So you saying on Dark Moon there's not ghost boss like this that are all different?
Correct.
Oh, what a lazy way to make a sequel.
So you see that piece of cheese?
Yes.
If I scan that piece of cheese, a gold mouse will pop up.
Ah.
And then he's full of money and
you just run into him?
Nope, you gotta suck him up.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep. I don't remember how it goes, but there are also rubies, sapphires, and emeralds in this, which I don't know. Maybe that was a nod to the fact that those were the next Pokemon games that were going to be released in 2004.
Could be.
Probably not, but anyway, so basically we wait for this guy to yawn. Now, portrait ghosts drop these pearls. The more pearls you can get out of a portrait ghost, the better their portrait looks in the gallery. There are 3 levels of portrait.
Oh, resolution-wise, you mean?
No, not resolution-wise.
Did you get shrunk?
Yeah, a poison mushroom fell out of that guy and landed on me.
I've never had that happen to me when I was playing.
Not resolution. Well, because you have to hold on to them for a long time, and they're gonna try to, get you off. Not resolution-wise. There's a bronze portrait, a silver portrait, and a gold portrait for every single ghost in the game.
Oh, okay.
Regular portrait ghosts drop those pearls, and the better the pearls are, the better the portrait's going to be. But boss ghosts, you have to hit them in certain cycles. Like, I think you have to get the boss to 30 health or less on the first try to get a gold portrait or something. It's crazy. Anyway, so remember how I said there were 4 rooms in this hallway?
Yeah.
Even though there's, 4 doors on this side of the hallway. There's fake doors in this game. You can tell if it's fake because it won't have the carpet going into the door.
Oh, yeah.
And also, so when I use my vacuum on this door, it shakes. When I use my vacuum on this door, it does not. It's fake. Fake doors just hurt you. You can also burn them once you get the fire element. Because there's 3 elements in this game. Anyway, so, Mom, that's something I didn't show in the last room. You can scan their heart, and they'll kind of tell you, like, what's important and give you a hint as to how to
beat them.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's worried about her hair. There's no option to get rid of invert. So anyway, you open up that. There's a draft that blows in. She gets all upset because of her hair. That was pretty good.
You're probably right. When I played, I probably never had enough skill to keep on them long enough for them to throw poison mushrooms.
I definitely wasn't when I was younger,
Yeah.
but I mean, I played this game so many times, you know? Alright, so next is coming the boss of this area. Now, remember the glitch I told you about? There's basically only one glitch in this game. I mean, there's a couple, but it's a really, like, glitch-proof game. The biggest glitch in I thought there was a mouse there. The biggest glitch in the entire game, which I can't really showcase because I'm not good enough at it, and it's very finicky. But basically, when you beat the baby and respawn in this room, there's going to be a chest that spawns right in front of his portrait right here that holds the key to the next area of the game, because every boss gives you a key to the next area of the game, and actually every key to the next area is shaped like a different, you know, symbol on a pack of cards or whatever.
Okay.
So, like, he has the key that's shaped like a heart, then there's a spade and clubs and diamond and whatever, you know?
Which
so basically
is a
what happens is when... I don't know.
Nintendo used to make cards.
Oh.
That's how they started.
Oh.
It might not be that, but it makes, like, maybe it is.
But anyway, when you spawn back in here, you have to basically immediately hold up and right, and then you get stuck behind the chest as it's spawning, and it pushes you through that.
Through the wall?
Through the wall.
Yeah.
Then you have to go into sidestep mode and walk sideways until you kind of fall through the floor to the ceiling of the bottom level. You got to get yourself hit by a bat at a certain angle so you can walk over an invisible wall in the ceiling.
Oh
because there's texture of a board across the ceiling. And then what you got to do is you got to walk to another certain area. You will fall down to the bottom of the map where it's the last little hallway thing. But at that point, it's super finicky and you got to be real careful. Like, you have to basically, they say, take a step or two, line yourself up with the Game Boy. Take a step or two, line yourself up with the Game Boy. Because basically what happens is if you go too far to the right, then you are going to soft lock the game. If you go too far to the left, you're going to get pushed back into the hallway, and you'll be trapped there because you haven't gotten the keys for that area yet.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
You should just look it up. It's so crazy.
Is it called something like?
No, it's just Luigi's Mansion glitch. And it can allow you to beat the game in essentially 15 minutes.
You know, it's funny. I watch a lot of glitch videos, like the top whatevers.
It's on A Plus Start. That guy we watch all the time.
Oh.
If you guys haven't heard of A Plus Start, you should watch him. He does
he's
a series called Son of a Glitch, which is a nice play on words.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of different. It's mainly Nintendo stuff that he does.
Maybe I did watch it because I watch all his stuff, but how long? And maybe it was years ago now, and I'm just not remembering.
Long time ago. Anyway, to activate this, boss sequence, you basically the coins around the rocking horse are there for a reason. You gotta shake the rocking horse. The baby wants to play, but he plays rough. He's gonna throw his teddy bears at you. You suck them all up. He gets angry, and then he
Yeah.
He's not supposed to punch you. Anyway, this chest is always going to have a... Oh, right. That's right. That's what happened.
The ball.
That chest there, you gotta throw the volleyball at him.
I think people are going to argue that that's a volleyball. I think it's...
What did I say?
You said volleyball.
I meant beach ball.
Beach ball.
What did I say?
You said volleyball.
I said volleyball. I'm struggling with the inverted controls right now. What's going on? Anyway, the chest in the baby's room is always going to have a big heart in it. Big hearts give you 50 life.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you got to suck that ball up. You got to throw the ball at him by letting go of it, and then he gets mad, and then he basically transports you to a pocket dimension, I guess.
Yeah.
He
like
shrinks you and sends you into his crib.
Yeah, this one's cool, and I like how they build it up where you get like the first few are just in the room, and then this one brings you someplace new.
Yeah. Essentially, every boss fight kind of takes place in their own arena, is what it is.
Yeah.
You know. And the boss ghosts are supposed. The ghost bosses. I'm having trouble right now. But they're supposed to be extra powerful. I don't know what makes the baby more powerful than the mom or the dad.
Throws tantrums.
Anyway, the other room on this floor we won't be able to access until actually Area 3 of the game. Did you know that?
No.
So he has this thing. He has a few different attacks. He will throw. Basically, what he does is he. I got him below 50, so that's at least enough for, I think, a silver portrait. So he'll throw the rocking horses at you, then he'll throw beach balls at you, then after you try to vacuum him up, he will bounce around the crib on his belly. It's relatively easy. Yeah, and then he'll just have 2 rocking horses, and you have to just stay in the middle or to the side or whatever. Avoiding his attacks is pretty easy. Hello? Yeah, I can't ever 2-cycle this guy. You know, I'm not good enough at the boss fights to 2-cycle it. I may know how to play video games, but I'm not particularly good at any of them. I have a lot of knowledge about some of them.
Yeah, you retain a lot more than I do.
So, the real hidden secrets in this game are the blue ghosts, which I don't even remember every single room the blue ghosts are in. I can only remember 2 off the top of my head.
This must be a game that
I can remember 3, actually. The yellow mice. Now, you know how the yellow mouse, or mice, will also see it spawns in fast. At the end of every boss
you gotta
fight,
get in behind it before it even spawns in? Alright.
you have to get
I'll
into
have
it
to watch
as it's
that.
spawning in.
That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Because it's so much precision. Like, it's not a crazy kind of glitch. You know, it's not like game breaking, whatever that some glitches do. But it's a speedrun type thing, and it's so precise that it's just impressive. Like, I don't know why you would ever want to do it because of how difficult it is to pull off.
Oh, that's just the thing, the bragging rights. The first person to figure that out, right? Who the heck?
I know. Who figured that out?
Right. They must have done it by accident once. And then
No,
realized...
there's no way they did it by accident.
Well, I mean, by accident meaning you first got in the wall, and then they started saying, oh, man, I can get in there. They figured out how to do that regularly, like they did a save point. And then they just kept trying to go a little further to see if they could get somewhere. It must have took weeks. I don't know. I would imagine that as much as they try and glitch-proof these games, when something like that happens, even like a programmer or someone at Nintendo has got to be impressed with someone that figured that out. I mean, there's some glitches that are pretty easy; they're not that bad. But then something like that, it seems just insane to figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was trying to say, at the end of every boss fight, Egad brings you back to his gallery, and he presses the ghost back into portraits. It's weird. So let's see what. That's actually the gold one, I think. That, I believe, is also the gold one.
It's kind of sad in a way because these ghosts really aren't that mean. You know, they're not that.
Some of them are kind of mean.
Yeah, some are. But these guys, they're just like living in the house still.
Yeah. So there are certain ghosts that you actually don't need to catch at all. The only ghosts and rooms that you need to clear are ghosts and rooms that will give you a key to get to another room.
Okay.
So there are certain ghosts, there are certain rooms where once they're cleared, once they're beaten, all it does is give you a green chest full of money.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones aren't necessary. You do need to clear the rooms that have red chests, because most of the time those are full with Mario's items or whatever in them, and you need to find all of Mario's belongings to find them again. I think the most fun one is the star, because you have to blow up a moon. It's weird. But yeah, when you fall through the floor, right?
Why are toads everywhere?
I don't know. When you fall through the floor, you end up on this ceiling, right?
Yeah. And
these bats right there, you got to get one of them to hit you through the ceiling to get you up and over this little hump in the floor.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane. Oh, golden mouse. See, they'll spawn randomly at times. But if it spawns and you don't catch that little ding that I just caught,
yeah,
then it's not going to spawn again.
All right, those guys will do that. What? And the money doesn't have much value?
The money's not important until the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the game, the money determines... Basically, at the end of the game, Luigi... Oh. Right. I need to go through these guys first, which is frustrating, because I don't like these guys. Nope, they're also locked. Okay. Not there. Is it down here? No. Oh, the bathroom. The regular bathroom. What was I talking about before that? Yeah, the money at the end of the game, basically, Luigi builds a mansion in this spot.
Oh.
And the size of the mansion is determined by how much money you made while you were in the game. These guys. These are the guys that always freaks me out the most, because they would just slowly creep up behind you and then choke you out. And they hurt you if you don't get them off you fast enough. See? Anyway, so that opens up the key for this area over here. And I gotta go in and capture another portrait ghost. But first I gotta take care of Shy Guy ghosts. Shy Guy ghosts are also different because basically what happens is you guys suck their masks off, vacuum their masks off, and then they get mad at you and, you know, that's when you have the chance to catch them. And these are dancing ones, so if you take, like I took that guy, so now this guy's gonna be after me until I take care of him too. They sound like Waluigi.
Yeah, and these are characters from Doki Doki Panic, right? Or
No,
Super Mario
I don't think the.
2.
I think the Shy Guys. I don't remember if the Shy Guys were originally Doki Doki Panic or if the characters in Doki Doki Panic were reskinned as Shy Guys for Super Mario Brothers 2. At least Super Mario Brothers 2 is how it was released in the US. So basically these two people right here, right? You just have to wait their cycles out. They're just, all they're gonna do is dance.
Yep, they made their first appearance in Doki Doki Panic.
Crap.
Anyone that doesn't know what Doki Doki Panic is, because I thought Mario Brothers 2, went way back when I heard about this, was kind of a ripoff. And I was like, there's so much in the characters, like Luigi's long jump and Peach's floating, that was stolen from that, I thought. But then I found out that Miyamoto was part of that development, and it was a special thing. There's a guy called Gajillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it, Gajillionaire, and he talks about it, and he explains. And this was just like within the last year, I think he explains everything about where it came from, why the game was made. It's really interesting. It gives you a lot of background on the why and where all the characters came from.
I shrank at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah, right at the end.
Anyway, the next room is the plot advancing room. Like the real plot advancing room. Because you'll notice that we haven't heard anything about Mario since the beginning of the game.
Right.
Okay? So now we come to this room. Just all these stinking ghosts. And earlier I was talking about hidden things, right? I was saying the main hidden things in this game are the blue ghosts, the yellow mice, and then there are also hidden treasure rooms. There are 2 hidden treasure rooms in this game. One of them is not necessary. Well, neither of them is technically necessary at all. But there's a portrait ghost in this game that you actually won't ever encounter unless you find one of the hidden treasure rooms. Anyway, I accidentally already sucked off the vacuumed off the poster that was here. But there was in the mirror you can see that there's something behind me. And if you look through the Game Boy, you can see it on the wall, if I'm looking at the right spot. Hello. Ah, yes. See how this button says don't push?
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to push it. And it's going to move that. So when I first actually...
It's like the Ren and Stimpy thing.
When I first played this game to beating it, I actually started it off of an old save file of, I assume, yours, where you had beaten the first 2 areas.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those games where
Anyway,
I
so
played
you
it
come down here.
quite a bit, and then I played a little bit again, and then never played much.
So that says danger. That's a picture of a boo in a jail cell. Just vacuum it off the wall. And press that button to advance the plot. And let out all the boos. And I'm not going to spend my time in this playthrough going through and, you know, catching every single boo that is
So
in the
there's
game.
other achievements.
Well, no achievements like you know them nowadays.
Right.
But
Side quests. Or...
yeah, so there are
How
2
many?
things. There are 50
Jeez.
in the entire game, and there are 2 things, and King Boo's not counted amongst them. There are two things in this game that are kind of side quests that award you with a golden diamond. One is catching all 50 boos. That'll award you with a golden diamond. And the other one is, starting in this area, there's a flower outside in the dog yard.
Yep.
If you remember where that is.
Yep.
And you can water it once per area. You water it during area 2 after you first get water. You water it in after you come back from area 3. You come back and water it. And in area 4 you come back and water it, and that will also award you with a golden diamond.
Oh, cool. What's that worth? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Does everything translate to coins?
Everything translates to
money.
To money. To the currency in this game is called G, which I just assume is gold.
Yeah. Well, probably coins, right? You know, it's Mario, right? Translates to gold coins.
Yeah, I mean, there are
That
gold
makes
coins
sense.
in this game, but there are also dollar bills.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily dollar bills, but you know, they're bills. Paper bills. Catching boos is not only good for getting that money at the end, though, but every time you catch a boo, it'll offer you the chance to save.
Mhm.
So sometimes it's faster to catch a boo in a room that you just lit up
Then to get a save.
than to go back to Toad
Yeah.
and save. Because as
So
Egad was
Toad's the
saying,
only save point, you're saying.
Toad's the only safe
You
point.
got to go back out other than getting a boo. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. That's
Yep.
a good tip.
Also, and now the butler's walking in this hallway. That floating
That's right.
candelabra is the butler.
I'll tell you when you get to the point where I'm like, I don't know any of this. Like, I don't recall any of it.
Oh yeah, I think I do gotta catch 1 or 2 boos to I think I gotta catch like a boo, and then he'll say go wash up in the washroom or whatever.
So what percent would you say you're through now about?
Just over 25.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like every boss is, you know.
I'm trying to see if I do remember playing this much or not.
So on the Game Boy Horror, there's that little glass box in the top left-hand corner. It's yellow right now. It means I'm in a room with a boo. When it turns red, it means I'm getting closer to something hidden that's round. Is all that is, that's really annoying. Because it can sometimes be a boo, it can sometimes be a bomb, it can sometimes be a dud. It'll also beep at you. He's still in this chair. There we go. And they each have, all 50 of them have different unique names that have the word boo in them. Now it's blue, which means it's from a safe.
I wonder which one of these gets speed run. If it's the Japanese version or the American version.
Oh, you mean language-wise?
Yeah, because that's what happens a lot, right? They can get through the text quicker in Japanese versions a lot.
Uh-huh.
That actually is pretty good looking. It's like translucent.
The map, yeah.
Well, no, I mean like the shell of the Game Boy Horror.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, sometimes it'll be that dud. So he was Game Boo, right?
Yeah.
There's a Game Boo Advance in this too. I gotta collect a certain number of boos, and then he's like, hey, you're going really fast. Why don't you wash up? Because then that's the only way I can get in the bathroom where Toad is, and then I get another key. It's funny, actually, in this game. You collect fire, and then you collect water, and then you don't collect ice until the next area.
Oh yeah.
Is the Dark Moon design as good as this? Like the environment, at least. Is it as like cool as this one is?
I mean, I always prefer this one, and I mean, you can say that's mainly because of nostalgia.
I haven't played it. Is it a totally different mansion?
It's totally different in every way, shape, and form.
They should have made the sequel. The next one should have been like Peach's castle gets haunted or something.
If you're not fast enough with the booze, by the way, they can get out. Thankfully, if you start vacuuming them, it'll kind of auto-track them. So yeah, I think you need to collect 5, and then he'll be like, you're going too fast. That's not what I wanted to do.
I just saw. You remember how we were talking about the Super Mario Brothers cartoon?
Movie? No, cartoon.
Which one was that called? The
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Super Show. I just saw someone post that they're making a game out of it. I don't know what that means yet, but that could be crazy.
So he's like, you already found 5. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Plenty of time. Try to keep your shirt on. Go to the washroom, splash some water on your face. You'll feel much better, believe me. So now, I can go to that bathroom that Toad is hiding in.
Yeah.
Finally. The first time I completed this game, back on a topic that I was talking about ages ago, about the secret treasure rooms. First time I completed this game, I didn't find either of the secret treasure rooms. And so I was missing a portrait ghost at the end of the game. And it wasn't until much, much later that I figured out what was going on. See, he says I jumped something really important on the toilet. And then you say, don't worry about it. He says, no point in crying over, you know, spilled milk. I'll flush that problem away and whatever, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you open the toilet, it's the key to the next room.
There's not much interaction with anything else, though. Like, you can't, like, the mirror. It's just you.
The mirror is actually a teleporter.
To where? You can teleport in this game?
You teleport to the first room in the mansion.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, anytime you see a mirror, if you search it with the Game Boy Horror, it will teleport you back to the foyer.
Oh, I guess that was a good time to ask a question, huh?
Yeah. I was going to showcase it anyway, I just wanted to wait until it was meaningful in any sort of way, you know, to actually get me somewhere faster.
Yeah.
So this is one of the rooms, the mirror room and then the projector room. Are 2 rooms in the game where the ghosts are completely invisible and you can only see them based on what is on the wall. The mirror room is the easier version because you can actually see the full ghost on the wall, whereas in the projector room you can see where the ghost lands and then they have to be in front of the projector in order for you to see their shadow and figure out where they are. Also, the projector room, the closer the ghost is to the projector, the bigger the shadow is going to be. That's not great. Anyway, this is the fire room. When I finally take care of this ghost, it'll light up and it'll give me fire. Nope. Nope. There's more ghosts. Remember how you were talking about those annoying ghosts that hang from the ceiling in the hallways?
Yeah.
So,
The bomb ones, you mean?
yeah, the ones that drop the bomb and stuff.
Yeah.
So outside of the bat ghosts and mice ghosts and little wisp ghosts that you'll see outside occasionally,
Are they called wisps?
the ones that are outside are the little floating ones. But I'm saying those ones.
Yeah.
Don't have any sort of health bars. You just
Suck them up right away.
You suck them up right away, or you hit them with an element and they just poof, they're gone. The elemental ghosts, fire, water, and ice, you can suck them up, but it's funny. If you go to suck one up and you stop, it'll kind of just bounce along the floor. And those ghosts, though, that I was talking about first, the ones that you were talking about. See, fire and elemental ghosts. I can make another one appear, and then it just bounces on the floor.
It's actually going boink, boink, boink.
Yeah. Anyway, so now I take the fire. I light up the candles.
Yeah.
The door opens. And goodbye. And I do the same thing here. This room is very important. It's where the fortune teller ghost is, and she's actually very nice. I think there might be some cheese in her room, actually. There is. So there's another cheese for you folks with a golden mouse. I had a sapphire that time. Anyway, that key I just got, I believe, is for the laundry room. Now, as in most games for a Nintendo, the second you get something new, you're going to need to use it in the next area.
Yeah.
Right?
Mostly.
I mean, that's how all the old Legend of Zeldas worked, basically. You'd need it for that dungeon's boss or to escape that dungeon or whatever, right?
Yeah. And then it might help you get to the next dungeon or something.
Yeah.
That laundry looks like it's got a bunch of keys in it. Oh no, it's just weird textures.
So this room you technically never have to light up. But in most cases, as with this one, it is easier to light up a room for future use.
Wow.
Yeah, see, that's one of the green chests that just has money in it. Anyway, very important item in this room. If you pound on the washing machine, Mario's hat pops out.
If you don't find that,
well, you have to get all of them to progress the game.
Okay.
You do, because essentially what happens is you'll find one of Mario's items, you'll bring it to the fortune teller's room,
Yeah.
You'll shine your flashlight on the fortune teller's ball, she'll appear, you talk to her, give her Mario's item, she does a reading on it or whatever. Anyway, this is a fake door right here. You can tell because of that, so I can burn
Just
the fake
fry
door.
it. Then it just disappears.
Yep. For a period of time. Anyway, this room, there aren't any ghosts in.
Look, they even got knickknacks up along the top.
Yep.
Was this a workroom?
This is the
wrenches
butler's
over there.
room.
Oh. He's got some tools.
So you see how that mouse just kind of came out of the wall and, whatever?
Yeah.
And you see how that mouse came out of the wall and it's moving over there?
Yep.
That's where the first treasure room is. Ow. Scan that mouse hole. Creates a vortex that pulls you through into the first treasure room.
You gotta be really tiny right now. Oh no.
No.
You're full size. It sucks you in and
it just pulls you in.
Cool.
And this is why fire is important. You just got into this room. When you open the chest, there will be ghosts that are ice. You have to burn them a little bit. I never remember which chests are which. So you can either burn them the whole way, because you can burn ghosts too. You just burn them.
You can totally fry them.
You can just absolutely burn them. But that wastes a lot of your element usage, so I tend to not do that.
How do you recharge element stuff? Do you pick up things?
You just have to get another,
one of the little character.
Yeah, one of the elemental ghosts. Okay, so now the treasure room is lit up, and treasure room, the chests that don't contain ghosts will give you some gold, some money, or whatever. You do need the treasure rooms if you want to collect all the booze in the game. And also the treasure rooms give you the green chests full of treasure, but they're better than most of the other green chests in the game. They give you, like, actually a crap load of treasure. That's not good. I'm about to have a bomb dropped on my head, and I'm in the middle of collecting treasure.
Hey.
That's pretty good. So you just scan it again. Get yourself out. And now to take the butler. So
I'd like to think there's still like secrets left in some games, like some of the old ones that they're just discovering now. People are just discovering, and like games like this will 20 years later. Oh, it is probably like almost 20 years later.
So the thing is, in this game, most of the time, the portrait ghost you take will give you a key to, someone important. Like the dad gave you the key to the mom gave you the key to the dad, right? The butler's really weird because the butler gives you the key to the pianist's room.
Mm-hmm.
So the butler, who doesn't actually have a relation to the family, I don't think, at least, gives you the key to the daughter's musical recital room.
Well, why not? I mean, it's possible he was their butler, right?
No, he was their butler. It's just weird because he has no family relation at all. So I would have always imagined that the butler gave the key to like somebody else who wasn't really familial related, I was really trying to collect that sapphire at the same time I was taking this guy. Anyway, so you light his candlesticks on fire. He gets all Frankenstein up in his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, fire bad, and then he runs around, and then he comes in here, sits on the fire on his stool, and that's when his heart shows up.
But are you disturbed that you're saying this goes to the daughter's room?
No, I'm not disturbed. I just think it's weird because it's like father went to mother, mother went to baby, right?
Yeah.
So I just figured Butler would go to like...
They were way ahead of themselves because in Downton Abbey, you're like, what? The butler has quite a relationship with the daughter.
Oh.
And I just mean like he's very paternal to her. He looked at her
like Alfred and Bruce Wayne.
Right. Like they kind of sometimes raise the kids almost. So
yeah, I just meant like I thought
if that helps make it more sensible to you. Well, yeah, that's true too, Alfred. But I mean, even if the parents aren't dead.
This used to be my favorite room in the game when I was a kid, by the way.
Doesn't music play in here?
Yeah. So you tap it, and it plays the Mario theme.
Oh yeah.
Whoops. And this is also how you get her to come out.
You get everything going?
Yeah.
Now they actually have real recitals with that music. They have whole concerts with it.
Yeah. So this is actually really important, and we might fail this because we... Oh, no. This is the Super Mario Brothers 3 thing. She'll play a piece of music, and you have to answer a question about it. I was going to say we might fail this because we have to have our TV turned down for the microphone to not pick it up.
Yeah. You can hear it enough, right?
Yeah. But I think there's a few different pieces that she can play. Most of the time, I get lucky and get the Super Mario Bros. 3 one.
Ooh, almost.
I hate poison mushrooms. I'm gonna get hurt by these stupid music notes.
Oh, you can't suck them up to get bigger again?
Yeah, you can't use the vacuum unless you're big. So off the top of my head, portrait ghosts that you do not need to vacuum up because they don't provide anything other than green chests.
What happens if you scan like the pictures on the wall back there? Do they do anything?
Nothing useful.
No. Have you scanned like lots of stuff?
Yeah. See, he just
says
most of the time
generic
he'll just
stuff.
say a generic comment. I already forgot where that key was going. Right. So, up here that we're going to come across is the first portrait ghost that you do not need to vacuum up in order to progress the story at all. I believe right here in this room is another blue ghost.
Look at that guy.
And he's gone.
I remember doing this, but I don't remember fighting this guy.
I also think there's more cheese in this room.
Maybe I do that.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Cheese is on this side.
Still know I've gone this far way back in the past. But I didn't know all about these other things.
Yeah, so this room you don't actually have to clear at all to beat the game.
Oh.
But this room gives you a lot of money between the blue ghost and the golden mouse and the fact that it's a room where if you beat the boss, you get a treasure thing. And I will beat him just because, you know. So basically, you have to use the vacuum to suck up his spaghetti, right? And then the waiters come in, the waiter ghosts come in that I didn't know they existed. You have to take care of the waiter ghost.
Or they'll keep filling
Or
up
they'll
his
keep supplying his spaghetti. He literally ate himself to death, this guy, too, by the way.
That's the backstory?
That's the backstory. Every single portrait ghost has a backstory that you can look up by pressing the Z button on the Game Boy Horror.
Oh, Nate.
And so that's why I was saying, you know, when I was younger, like one of these spots down here would always remain unfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a ghost that you can only get access to. There's 2 rooms in the mansion that you can't get to unless you find the second secret hidden treasure room. Because in the second secret hidden treasure room is a key to open up one door, and when you beat that room, you can get into the next room with the last portrait ghost. So anyway, you vacuum his stuff up. He gets upset.
This guy looks like a fat muppet.
He yells at you. Then he spits flaming, what I can only assume are massive meatballs at you.
What is he wearing? What is his shirt? Is it like a muumuu?
It's like a Hawaiian shirt.
It's like a Hawaiian muumuu. That's a big dude.
And he has a bib. And eventually, he gets tired because he's not breathing properly.
Probably just heartburn. And that's the time to get him.
Yeah, see, he just gets tired and
Passes out. Does he have more because he's so big?
no, every ghost only has 100 health. Every boss, that is. Every portrait ghost. But look at all the like bones on this table. He does have a bit more pull, I will say, which I think is because he's a larger ghost.
Yeah, he's got a little more size to try and suck him in.
See, so he only gives you a green chest. But if you are going to collect every... Oh, look, a diamond.
Ooh.
If you are going to collect every boo in the game, obviously you need to light up every room.
Yeah.
The only way to light up a room is by getting all the ghosts in a room. I'm not worrying about the boos, though, like I said.
What percent do you think you're through now, about?
Close to 50 now, because I'm almost at the second boss. I'm one portrait ghost away from the second boss. Oh, come on.
So I was thinking we could do 2 parts, right? You could do like that.
Yeah, we can do the second part after I'm done with the second boss.
Yeah, that'll be good. Once you get the second boss.
So anyway, there's a ghost in the fridge here.
Ooh.
I think that's the only ghost in this room. Yeah. Before I open that chest up, which if you can't tell is going to give me the water element to, you know,
Get the door, yeah.
Get the door not on fire anymore. Let me show you something cool. Open the oven. Cook the food with fire. Spits out a ruby.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's... Look, see it says food backwards up there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think that because you could open the oven and get a ruby for cooking the food, right? That you'd be able to open the dishwasher and get something for washing the dishes.
I wonder why it's backwards. Did they mirror this room or something? Maybe just that item.
So the next part was something I never did when I was younger. The dog and everything.
Yeah.
When you get ice, by the way, obviously the fridge can be used to get ice. I also, actually, there may have been another golden mouse in here that I forgot about. Let me... Nope. Good.
So the dog's back there, right?
The dog's back here.
See, I know, so at least I got to about 50%, because I know I've seen this. Maybe
Yeah,
I didn't get to 80.
I remember what I said. The first time I played through the game,
Yeah.
I picked up on a save where you had beaten the first 2 areas.
Oh, you meant like the first 2 boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously this is the plant I was talking about earlier. When it makes that sound, you're done watering it, and you have to come back next time when you reach the next area. So the dog's really annoying because you can't just get the dog, right? You have to come up here and annoy the dog, and he'll bark and whatever. And it's that sign, if you read it, says keep quiet or something.
Am I remembering right? Can you go in his house?
No.
After?
Yes.
No?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You meant like that. Okay. See, now the dog's all over me. So basically what happens here is the dog wakes up Mr. Bones, right?
Yep.
Who's actually, you know...
What's his backstory? Did he get killed by the dog?
No, he's just in there. So So then the dog will come lick the bone that comes off Mr. Bones. Because Mr. Bones is the only unique, non-portrait ghost in the entire game.
I wonder if he was. It'd be funny if he was like a burglar and the dog killed him.
I don't know that would be funny. But...
Well, because now he's going after his ghost bone. Has anyone said ghost bone before?
I don't know.
I'm sure.
So, this...
That's all sparkly.
As sparkly, you search it.
Yeah.
I'm sliding backwards. And it does the same thing as the mouse hole did, right? So you go through this, and it spits you out a tree stump on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. And up there is the second boss of the game.
Okay.
But here...
Oh.
You get a ruby.
I like the little graphics.
And what you have
sometimes.
to do is you have to...
It's funny, you don't get to, when you're playing, you don't get to notice as much as when you're watching someone play. Like, you can look at other things that aren't on the screen, that aren't the focus, and you get to see, like, so many neat things.
Yeah, the little Luigi jumping out to collect the thing.
Yeah.
So these ghosts are basically Mr. Bones again, except they're not unique like Mr. Bones was, and they're skeletons still that are going to throw their bones at you because they're awful. But these ones you can't be quick with. You basically got to wait for them to form up, start to throw the bone at you, and then... And see how now there's a glowing aura around the thing. You walk up and trigger a cutscene where lightning strikes the grave and raises this thing. This thing has no family relation at all. This is just like an evil spirit.
But he's out in the graveyard, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he might be a way past descendant or something weird.
Possibly. And the whole thing with this boss fight is that he extends shadows at you, and you have to suck the shadows up and blast them back at him, and then you can start vacuuming him. See, and this boss is so... I really just don't like this boss. This is probably... Out of all 4 bosses in this game, this guy's not my least favorite, but he's my, number 2. What? Okay. And every time he gets out, lightning strikes and creates a bunch more shadows. Oh, God.
It's funny how boss battles, sometimes the balance is kind of weird. Like, you'll get through one early on, or later on really easy, and some of the early ones you can struggle with. In games, it's very bizarre.
Well, I struggle with this one because he's actually mildly difficult to me. The only other one I struggle with is Boolossus, and the reason I struggle with him is because it's pretty RNG how the boos are gonna go. Because Boolossus is a weird boss where he's a bunch of little boos And what you need to do is because you'll have just gotten ice in that area before you get up to, well, not just gotten ice, but you'll get ice at the beginning of Area 3, right? And,
Does it help if you get him with a bigger one? And there's always one around that you run into, huh? That's why you clean them up so much, right?
That's why okay.
That worked.
I'm gonna get a really bad portrait for this guy. What?
What the heck?
That happens sometimes.
That one you definitely missed. That was clear. I could see that.
Not doing too hot anymore. What?
Oh, he's still there, yeah. Yay.
Okay, anyway. Boolassus is weird because he's a bunch of tiny boos combining into one big boo. You gotta get him to bounce on something pointy so that he'll explode into all the tiny boos. And then you gotta freeze all the tiny boos and suck them up. And when you get close to them at all, they fly away. And they'll come attack you, but if they see that you're ready for them and blasting ice at them, then they're kind of gonna fly away again. So to me it seems RNG, but I could just be bad at manipulating enemies. Anyway, so now I'm probably about 50% of the way through the game.
Okay. Can you go to like the portrait room?
I can.
Let's go take a look. We'll take a look at that. Then we'll take a break, and then we'll finish it up in the next video. No matter how long it takes. Yeah, but you're right. If you don't dilly-dally, and you think you're about 50% through, you probably could get through this in a couple hours, that's a pretty fun game. You know, that probably the first time takes you, I don't know, close to 20 hours to figure everything out.
Oh yeah, see, and bronze, that's bad.
And then you're eventually able to whittle it down to a couple hours.
He's gold. And she's gold. And he's only silver. And so's the dog. Yeah, so each sapphire's worth 500,000, each emerald's worth 800,000, and each ruby's worth 1 million. One regular diamond is worth 2 million, as you can see right there.
Yeah.
Then
so
there's a step in between, I think.
Yeah, there's two more.
There's two more, because the golden diamond, I think, is probably worth like 10 million.
Jeez. So there's probably something in there that's maybe 5 or 4, 3. I don't know. It looks like a lot of money.
Go to the gallery just to show it off. Gallery's interesting.
Yeah, you haven't gone in here yet.
So
right?
right here, that's where it'll show you the picture of your mansion based on how much money you got. Because when you beat the game, it stays your save file, but you just restart the game. So you can come to the gallery and you can see what your mansion looks like.
So you can replay and you can improve your mansion.
Yeah. Right here, these angel statues, you can hit them and their wings will start moving. So ghost number 1, Neville. That is a gold portrait, as you can see. Like I said, there are 3 types, you know, gold, bronze, and, yeah, and it's weird they have the setup, because the mom, number 2, is all the way over here. And there's a baby. Butler, number 8.
Now, what if you target that?
Target what?
Can you target in here, like a portrait?
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
Mm.
See, that's the worst. That's a bronze portrait. That's the worst kind you can get. Normally for him, I get silver, which is just him. It's basically the same picture, but a shadow version. I don't know that I've ever gotten gold on that boss. In here is where the final picture of the game's gonna go.
Mm. Hmm.
See, Silver Dog is like 8-bit kind of dog.
Yeah, he's pixelated.
But it's weird because
Mm.
Gold Dog is usually negative. Like
Oh, so there is a
inverted.
different picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a
gotcha.
different picture every time.
Well, yeah, when I asked resolution, it's a different picture. It's not a different quality. It's
Right,
just
right.
they actually. Oh, that's kind of neat.
And you can look at this. See, so on the right hand in that column there, it shows you what Mario items you've collected so far. It shows you what types of currency you've collected so far, and in the bottom right there, it shows you your elemental tokens.
See what I mean? Like that really looks like plastic, like translucent plastic up there.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty good quality.
So see, this is everybody we've done so far. Somebody's supposed to go here, and then there's them.
No, like you said, you don't have to get every ghost.
Right. But this one just we haven't encountered yet.
Yeah.
Because we've collected every ghost in the game so far. So see, the father, Neville, 42, spends his afterlife reading the books he missed while living.
That sounds kind of nice.
Mom, Lydia, 34, stashed her secret savings away to prepare for her long afterlife. The baby's only 1.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So what happened?
But
to
he
this
was
house?
born a ghost.
Oh, so they had him after?
Either he was born like he was like a miscarriage and then was born.
I
don't
guess
know.
so. I
Weird.
think what they're saying is
See-
they've had the baby since they've died. That's weird.
This one's weird again.
Which may
'cause
be
they
why
don't-
he has extra powers to bring you into that first thing.
These people are weird as well. Nobody knows how old they are. They're just kind of those relatives, you know?
Yeah.
The butler, 72.
Shivers.
hmm He wanders the house searching for his master's will, hoping he's included in it. Girl, 26. Despite playing moving melodies, surly disposition, she loves video games.
Oh, she's
It's
not
weird.
really the daughter either, is she?
They imply that everybody's related.
Yeah.
Like that's what's implied.
Or they're different generations or something.
Right,
weird.
you know, something like that. Mr. Lugs prefers all-you-can-eat buffets to 3 meals a day. He ate himself to death, but still wasn't satisfied. Hungry guard dog Spooky. And then Cemetery Shadow Bogmire. He's a
Bogmire.
product of the mansion's fear and despair. He's not sure who to fear or what to despair these days. It's weird. But it's nice because you can go here and just have a little tidbit on every single ghost.
Pretty cool.
Mhm.
All right, so we can take a break there. And are you done appreciating the art?
And these are like just, you know.
Oh, you go back and get some information.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so take a break, and we'll be back with the second half.
I'm just going to make sure it's safe first, too.
Oh, yeah, I'll make sure. Very soon. So long.